The thing is, we cannot say too many things about the track because they're recording everything here.
Bruno, just while having the mic on, we were just talking about.
We go like this. Can you hear me like this?
Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT.
Keep in mind, just in case, when it's wet, the escape road is your friend.
So, this is a really unique turn. Like, let me go up. This is a really unique turn. What can you say about this?
It's banged.
It's a really banged.
Just me, myself, and I, my favorite threesome. The cars I drive by, I never lease them. They say if you can't beat them.
I have a good relationship with most of the drivers on the grid. Obviously, we're friends off the track, but when you go on track, nobody's your friend, you know. So, but I have a good relationship with all my teammates and everyone around the paddock.
I know quite a lot of drivers, but obviously I sympathize a bit more with my teammates because I'm working with them since the beginning of the year.
To an extent, I think you make your own luck, and I think it's a very competitive sport, so naturally no. But sometimes you see someone have a bit of bad luck and you feel sort of bad for them, but at the end of the day, it happens to everyone, so you just deal with the luck you have and you go for it.
For sure, all the drivers who I am driving versus them, they are my rival.
Everyone who is in front of me is kind of a rival, or at least where I should be. So of course we are competing. So I wouldn't call them rivals, but I would call them opponents.
I don't think I have a specific rival, but obviously my teammate Esteban is doing really well this year and he's super competitive. Obviously we didn't have a great start of the year, but I think he's one of my rivals.
Not specifically. I think anyone who's winning, you automatically want to beat them because they're the benchmark. So a specific rival, no. But the goal is always to beat everyone, really.
I think it's something like we always like try to be the best, and when we see someone who's better, when called after the race, we try to check what they're doing better than us, you know, and to improve. So I think something that helps us to be better next time's a race.
You're born with competitiveness. I think all the drivers that are racing were born with a level of competitiveness. This is why we like to race and we enjoy racing, but yeah.
For me, born, like I cannot play let's say, ping pong game with my family without losing. Like I'm competitive, like for everything.
I think it depends sort of who you are. For me, I think with other teams, because I work very well with my teammates, we're very close, we get along very well. Obviously, we're super competitive within the team and we push each other very hard, but it's a good rivalry. It's competitive, but you know, we have our limits and we work with each other to sort of try and be as close to the front as possible.
No, the rivalry of course is tougher with the other drivers because with the teammates we have to have at least some compassion and be smart on track, because at the end we are competing for the same team, and of course the better we are as a team in the standings, the better is for everyone, also for us, for the confidence that we have a good car under us.
We have like a really good driver this year in my team and in other teams, so I'd say everyone.
You always want to be the best. Overall, doesn't matter within your team or also like all the fights are really, really tough, but I think especially for me, the ones that I put on the most aggressivity in F4 are probably with my teammates sometimes, always trying to be clean and being gentle with each other, but those are the ones I try to get into.
I mean, as a team, you want to work together, of course. You do compete against each other, but you also work a bit together, so the biggest rivalry is probably against the other drivers.
We always like try to be the best, and when we see someone who's better, in cold after the race, we try to check what they're doing better than us, you know, and to improve. So I think something that helps us to be better next time we race.
I would say it's a way of improvement as you maybe look at someone else and you chase what they have. So it's maybe a way of motivating yourself.
Sometimes envy is both, because of course you shouldn't envy one, you should just try and be faster than them. But of course it also helps for your motivation to try everything to be faster than them.
Envy is not something you need to be quick as a driver. You have to focus on your own job and do the best you can, not worry about what other people are doing.
I don't really think any driver has done any favor for me during this championship, but I think everyone is obviously for themselves, but we kind of race less hard with our teammates. So with Campos this year, we kind of help each other throughout the whole year.
I think towing each other is a big thing. Now in Monza, we didn't in the end because I made a mistake, but I think towing is the big difference that drivers can help each other with.
So far, I think any driver has made any favor in my career. Let's say this is a thing that maybe run more in an F1 team, which there are more interests inside the team to win one or the other, but till the moment, so far, nothing.
Any sentiment, if it's way too high at the moment, it can make you make the wrong decision, and it can lead you to somewhere where you can regret. So it's important also in driving to control these emotions.
I'm prepared for this, you know, mentally before race weekend. So of course I want to win every race I do. I think it's quite the same for every driver. But yeah, I'm prepared before the meeting. And of course I know what to do in every race because, yeah, as I said, my team is preparing really good. So I think yes, but it depends. When you're well prepared, it's okay.
I've learned many things apart from driving techniques and all this, which is normal. I mean, we compare our data on a daily basis. I've learned how to fight in an ethical way, how to give the other person space, but not too much space, obviously, but be fair. And this is very important to me in sports in general.
Yeah, coming from Canada, it's not much. There are not many that I know. Like David, I raced last year in GB3, but that's about it, I want to say. I mean, obviously you see of other people, for example, Mary's in FIA-F3, so you look to that and you see who you're competing against, competing on the world stage. So that's always nice to have a benchmark in that sense.
Yeah, like with my teammates, let's say maybe Sepp Hogarth is the one I know the most from karting. Like when we were young, nearly like we are the same age, so we competed in the same category. So yeah, I know him from quite far, and I will say maybe the best relationship I have is with Josh Garfias, because we are in the same company of management in Road to Success. So we do quite a lot of sim together. Also, we go dinner party together, and yeah, let's say he's the closest friend I have in here.
I say with Campos, our full team were fighting MP. Obviously, it's a big team as well in this championship. A lot of good drivers, good rookies, good experienced drivers as well. So I'd say we fight MP this year. But yeah, we can be surprised by other people as well. I think the championship is getting bigger and bigger, which is really nice. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
A great start from Murray Boyer, a better start from Esteban Massol. He's already going to draw level and take the lead on the run into Tarzan. Brilliant start from the Frenchman. So Massol gets through on the inside of Murray Boyer. He drifts wide though. Murray Boyer can get back alongside him as they come off the turn and Massol pulls across. Murray Boyer cannot retaliate just yet. And as the drivers work their way through the first few corners, it is no problem at all for Esteban Massol to lead Murray Boyer. But Boyer is going to try and snap back at him as the MP Quintet charges after the race leader in the Campos.
I think, especially when we compare the data, you always see a corner where you're slightly faster or where they're slightly quicker. And again, it just helps to propel yourself both up the grid. And it's a competitive but strong rivalry.
Well, from currently, Saguero is faster than me in the team normally. So, of course, I'm learning what he's doing different to be faster or as fast as him. So, yeah, basically the driving technique.
I mean, all the drivers are really versatile. They all multitask in different ways, but I think a driver who I admire for the work is probably Suleiman. He can't stop working. He's always focused. I know him for a couple of years now, and he's so focused on what he's doing, so it's quite amazing to see.
Let's say I learn more from my teammates because especially I can see the data and when we go to simulator you can see their style of driving and everything. And maybe I will take Hogarth as he's really an Iceman, really calm. And I'm completely opposite as him, so something in between I think it's the ideal. So I look quite a lot how Iceman he is and how calm he is in all the situation, and this is quite important, especially in racing that can be a bit intense, everything, let's say.
Obviously, as the championship is giving us some good rivals on track, I learn a lot on driving, on experience, having battle with everyone, which is really nice, and I'm grateful of it.
Well, always trying to learn from the best, so always see where they do something well, and I see what they do, and I try and copy it. Yeah.
The park permit for this meeting is inside your garage in pit lane and controlled by the stew.
No, I didn't have to apologize many times, but I always apologize the times that I had to. I think it's something that you have to do, even a bit later if at the moment you're angry also with the other driver, maybe a bit later you think about it and you need to apologize or say at least that it was your fault.
No, because you know when you're wrong. It's fairly straightforward most of the time. Obviously, you have a few racing incidents and then you say nothing because it's difficult to judge. But you know, when you know you're wrong, it's fairly easy to do it.
The funniest has to be my teammate Suleiman Zanfari.
Maybe Bruno because he's young and he's quite funny, and intense as well.
In myself, eh? Nah, it's not you, it's myself. It's either me or Graflin.
It's difficult not to say myself, but as Bruno said me, I'll say him.
Shit. Okay, it's going down. So it was one time we went to the simulator. Well, it happened twice. So we went to the simulator, and the other in the simulator has a casino. And all of my teammates go to the casino after the simulator, except for me because I'm a minor, so I can go. I am the guy who was bringing all the effort to the sport, and these guys go spend their money in the casino.
But you was cold enough to get in, mate.
I still didn't.
We are really close. We see each other quite a lot, so it's really nice to have such a close relationship, and I think it's pushing us forward, so it's good.
I just love the team. Great fun.
My conscience stressing, but I be knowing that he be tweaking. Say I was thinking this weekend we get to linking up. Roll some of that good in the wood and we start to linking up. She understanding my language, I think she speaking well. She ease the pain on my brain, it's causing my people hell. And since you looking, I'm looking, maybe we find a way to put your heart to the surface and put your mind away. They dropped us here on a dying planet without permission. No pot to piss and they're trying to offer you propositions. What about my struggle be funny? They call it entertaining. Niggas got them snakes in they huddle, watch who you entertaining. All about my